The information in this episode is current as of the date recorded and is not intended as financial, tax, or legal advice. You should consult your tax, financial, and/or legal advisors before implementing any transactions and/or strategies concerning your finances. And with that, let's get to this week's episode.
Hi, I'm Jason Nickerson, President and COO, and this is Financial Focus. In this week's episode, it's August, and when do we think when we reach August? Yes, end of summer, but also back to school. And so here in this week's episode, some random financial considerations for those that are sending their students, whether elementary, high school, or college, back to school in the coming weeks. A lot of times we're getting questions around 529 plans. So this is going to be our focus for this episode because it can impact elementary students, high school students, and of course college students. As advisors, when we recommend setting these types of plans up and saving into them for parents or grandparents or others, it can provide many benefits, including upfront tax deductions depending on the state and tax-free growth if used for qualified expenses. But we should really understand what are the opportunities for us to draw monies out of these. As a part of a tax law change back in 2017, up to $10,000 of 529 plan funds can be used for private elementary and high school tuition. But you really do need to check your state's 529 program because this is a state-by-state regulated part of the law. So up to $10,000 can be used for elementary and high school tuition. And of course, when we think of 529s, we think of college students primarily. And we often get the question, what can I use my 529 funds for? Very commonly, we first think of tuition and required fees. Of course, that is a qualified expense. Books and supplies are a qualified expense. Room and board is a qualified expense when living on campus, but also when living off campus. However, you need to review the details because when living off campus, there is a certain set of standards in order to understand how much you can withdraw from 529s to support off-campus living. And probably the most common question we get in using 529 plans is, can I buy my student a computer? And again, this is for college-age students. Yes, you can buy computers, software, and even internet access and have that come out as a qualified expense. And when you do so, for any of these expenses we've talked about, those come out tax-free, both federal and state. So again, welcome to August. Welcome to back to school season. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.